Here's part 1 of my top 10 least favorite Godzilla kaiju. These monsters have made it on the list due to a mixture of their designs, story, and reputation. Starting at number 10, Mothra larva. It's not due to it looking like a giant turd, or because two of them beat Godzilla. My issue is how uncanny I find the design. The singular set of eyes and mandibles that carry over into the imago form gives Mothra larva the impression of a monsterized cartoon version of a caterpillar. Adding to this, the eye placement positioned closer to where false eyes are on caterpillars makes the design just feel artificial. Comparing the final design to its concept art, whose design is more in line with actual caterpillar anatomy with some added flair, makes the actual design we see feel just underdeveloped. And this extends to all Mothra larva designs. Even with the added details on the primitive Mothra or the radical Monsterverse's design, it's just a design that I overall find to be rather unappealing. Number 9, Ebra. On its own, Ebra fulfills his role rather well, having a terrifying first appearance with a lot of visceral horror, and is the only mainline Godzilla kaiju we see eat humans on screen. But when it comes to fighting Godzilla, he's hopelessly outmatched, and that reputation is carried over into Godzilla Final Wars. Were he facing King Kong, we could see him leverage his aquatic advantage against a land-based kaiju, but instead, he runs from his first fight with Godzilla, then loses both of his claws before fleeing again, and his survival is never leveraged later on in the Showa series. He's the quintessential jobber, much like Kamacuras, but as the main antagonist like Kumonga, who at least put up a fight in his movie. And as a crustacean kaiju, his design is very close anatomically to his inspiration, which limits his usage. If you were closer to, say, Ganymedes in design, whose appearance I find overall superior, or some of the crab-like kaiju we see in Ultraman, then he'd probably get more usage. Speaking of Kumonga, he comes in at number 8, specifically the singular point version. Similar to Manda, whose design and its shape is close to the original design, but with new details that make him stand out, Kumonga looks like a wholly original kaiju. And were it original kaiju, it wouldn't have the baggage I feel this design carries. Worse still, like other kaiju in this series, it takes traits of other famous monsters. Megalon's drills, Gigan's claws, and the mucus that helps it regenerate possesses Hedorah's head. Singular Point does have a lot of tasteful fan service, but when it comes to its monster designs that take from other kaiju, I feel it was done so we'd get the reaction and see the reference, and that's it.
I know what that is!
And it's telling too that most of the memorable kaiju from Singular Point don't cannibalize other characters to look interesting.